think yeah, you may start.
Okay. Okay, Dr.
I'm starting the recording.
Yeah. Thank you, ma'am. So we join for this second session. The first session on the hands-on workshop for Dialux. So I'll just share about what are the topics that we will be covering through this session. So our main agenda today will be using Dialux as our primary software for practicing the lighting simulation. So the main agenda here will first of all try to understand the user interface, developing the basic models, some basic models, how can we develop them. We'll try to simulate them also if possible. Then we'll develop a complete model using imported base file. The base file has, I believe, been mailed to all of us by Vishwanath and Dipali. Then we'll be placing luminaires and we'll try simulating. And Dialux is one of the best things that you can export the output as a report. So we'll see how we can do that. So we'll be trying to cover up topics 1, 2, and 3 today, and whereas 4 and 5 we'll be covering up tomorrow. Okay. So I will just start Dialux Evo. I believe all the attendees have also started. They have installed the setup and they have started. And normally it should run on almost every setup, especially Windows 10 and above OS shouldn't face any issue with running the software. So after we start the software, what we should be seeing on our main screen is this. Attendees, are we seeing this?
Your screen is not shared.
My screen is not
We
shared.
cannot see anything.
See, it's visible. It's visible.
It's visible?
Yes.
Yes, it's visible.
It's visible. So are we at this page?
Yeah, now it is. Yeah.
Might be there having some lag.
Okay, not an issue. Continue.
Okay. Okay, are we at this stage? Anyone? Friends, anyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Confirm? Okay. Okay. So we'll just do cancel. We don't need to send any information, not applicable, nothing. We'll just cancel. So we should be here. Okay. So we are able to see create new project, some options. And if you have already created a project, then you should be seeing some options. Any of our attendees has used any simulation software, building simulation software? Any prior experience with building simulation softwares?
I have used Design Builder.
Design Builder, that's great. That's great. Anyone else? Okay. Any lighting simulation software anyone has used? There are some softwares which are available in the market. One of them which has been used to a very large extent, and that is sort of the base for lighting simulation in quite a few energy simulation softwares also. One of them is Radiance. Design Builder also uses Radiance as the tool to run the lighting simulations. Okay. There are a few like AGI 32, which is a purely lighting simulation software. There is VE-Lux, that is also a purely lighting simulation software. Now there is certain difference. Okay, whenever we talk about these energy simulation softwares, you would also see that they have some sort of interface for lighting simulation for both natural lighting and artificial lighting. Okay, in terms of natural lighting or daylighting simulation, those energy simulation softwares are quite good because they incorporate the most of the new practices that have come up, the lead practices that have come up. They have UDI and SDA, okay, spatial daylight autonomy and all, they have tried to incorporate. Whereas many of these lighting simulation softwares, they do not go too much into this daylighting aspect. They run mostly on, they are mostly developed for this artificial lighting because that is what it caters to. So there is something, is my screen shared?
Yes. We can see your face, your
Yeah,
empty.
camera. Now I think my screen is shared, right?
Yeah, now the screen.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So Dialux is a software which has been developed by many of these lighting, what do I say, organizations which develop luminaires, which includes Philips, which includes Arco, which includes some of the biggest names in the world. Okay, they have helped develop this software. And that is why Dialux has one of the best things is you can import the luminaires from around, I think, 30 to 40 of these brands, world renowned brands. Okay, and whoever is not involved in this project of Dialux, if you visit their website, there also you would find their IES files for their luminaires. They are pretty easily available many a time. Some of these lighting organizations which develop luminaires, these lighting companies, they have also developed models which can be used with Revit and all. But of course, you guys can know that Revit is a pretty heavy software in terms of the uh, hardware required, and it's a pricey software. So Dialux, it's an easy thing, not much of a hassle. Okay, and the results are pretty well recognized in the market and in the lighting industry as well. Okay, so now when we are at this page, let's ignore the right one, that's for marketing. Whereas here you can see that create new project, import plan, room planning, street lighting, and simple indoor planning. So what we'll do is we'll just select this room planning. We'll just select this room planning. That is the easiest thing, and we'll see how the model and how the interface is actually. Okay, we'll just select here. Okay, so it provides us two standard things. You can directly make a rectangular office, though of course our spaces might not be rectangular, and gives a room height, which may be 2.4 by default. I have modeled in this, so it has changed. Okay, other users can confirm. So you can change the room height, or you can develop your own plan, any arbitrary plan to see how the interface works out. Or maybe okay, we'll do a rectangular one, a 5.4 by 3.6 meter with a floor height of 3 meters and a wall thickness of 0.1. Wall thickness may not be so much important if you're talking about artificial lighting, but if you're talking about daylighting, yes, it would definitely play a larger role. We'll keep a wall thickness of around 9 inches, 9 to 10 inches, so around 0.25 meters, and we'll press OK. Anyone, if you face any issues while running the software, or if you are unable to follow me, just put up your questions, please. Okay, and let's try to do it together so that we can work things out as it is. Fine. The weather here has suddenly changed. For the better. Okay, so what we are looking at a room plan. If we go towards the left side, if you go, let's see, we have the file, the new project, open, close, save, import, etc., etc., the settings. Okay, if you wish, we can directly go to this general settings once to modify it depending on our necessity. There is a reminder for saving every 15 minutes normally, I believe that is by default. We can change it to say, I will actually make it to 30 minutes. Otherwise, it becomes some sort of irksome. So let's just keep it that way. You can undo up to 200 changes, no text, etc., etc. English. I hope everybody will be using that. English United States. The length units, we are going ahead with the metric system. We are not selecting the imperial system. Most of the discussions that we had in our first half, they were targeting the metric system. Photometric units, again, we'll be talking about the European system, which works on lumens lux, okay, and not on the imperial system, candle power and all.
So where did you get these settings from?
You can go to this file, left corner, file, settings, general settings. Almost all softwares has these settings, and it is very much essential that we know this first. Otherwise, later on, it becomes quite a bit of a problem. Okay, so project preferences, etc., etc., simple planning for distribution, we need to ignore that. It wouldn't create much of a problem. Connection settings, let it be as it is by default. So now we have this, and we can close these settings. Okay, here is the settings close icon. Okay. But for initial starters, please make the save every 5 or 10 minutes. It takes a bit of a time as your file becomes heavier. It takes a little bit of time to save the file. So better time to time, just go ahead and save it in case your software crashes. But one of the best parts is Dialux also creates a backup file right in the folder where you're working. It's with the extension of .bak. So that is something similar to AutoCAD. They have made it. So in case your original file goes corrupt, you can always revert to the backup file. Okay, it will be directly there in wherein you are saving your software. So here I will be saving it in project for workshop. Okay, so automatically there will be a backup file which will be created shortly. Okay, now let us just see, we can load plan. We'll load the plan shortly. Okay, you can draw a new building. We have our building. Can we draw a new room? Now, this is just a room which we have made. We are not going to make a new room or anything. We'll just keep it as it is. Okay, draw new indoor contour, outdoor contour. So in this section, you can see here there is a site option, there is the building option, the story, the room. Here we can see load plan. So I can probably load plan directly here. Okay, 3D rendering, floor plan, 3D rendering. So here we can see the 3D of the room. Of course, the room is not there because we are at this stage of a story. If we go to this building, we can see the roof as well. Okay, so it actually, divides or there is a sort of hierarchy that normally is followed: site, building, story, room, etc., etc. Okay, you can also click to see the other controls. You can go for left view, right view, top, plan, everything. Zoom the entire scene, and this is a scale, a tape to measure. So I can measure it, and I can see that we gave it 3.6 meters. Fine. We are not in the plan view, if I know it correctly. Yes. Now we are in the plan view. Set the coordinate system. The coordinate system has been placed here. This might not be so much necessary at this point, but it would be necessary if we move ahead to work it out with the imported drawings. Okay. On the left side, if anyone has any issues, just please point out. Okay. I might go a little bit fast. I'm unable to see the response from the audience directly. So any issues, just please ask me to stop. Okay. So you have already got the room. Now we'll bring in some apertures. We'll bring in some openings. Okay, are we here on this screen? Everyone?
You did it from the red tab, isn't it? Yes.
Yeah, from the left tab, I'm just moving down.
Okay.
So the first one is the site or loading the plan. The second one is the site. Third one is the building, in which you can draw story and building construction. We are now going at to the openings. So here, if you see active aperture, there is some aperture which is active. Yes.
How we will get that plan, the first form, that white surface? I am having that 3D view.
Okay. Okay. So here you can see all these 3D rendering, floor plan at the top. Can you see that?
Floor plan. Yeah.
So at the just wherein you have the workspace, above that you have the site, building, story, room. Then you have the display plans, and then the 3D, the floor plan view. So I'm at the floor plan view at present. Are we there? Ms. Amali?
Okay, sir. Got it. Got it. Thank you.
Got it? Got it? I hope we are all on the same page at present. So we have this active aperture. You can go inside and you can select some preset apertures. You can select some preset apertures and you can bring them into your drawing, into your model. We haven't gone to the drawing yet, but from here we'll bring in someone. So we'll select this rectangular window with mullion. In my case, it shows like 1.3 by 1.1 meters. When I have selected it, I can see the dimensions being displayed here. Okay. And it shows the plan also beside it. So it shows you that there is the mullion and the window pane. Okay, this is how it is. It gives you a brief idea. Okay. So position active building opening. What it will do now is, after you selected it, you click on this position active building opening, this part. You should be able to see a small dot beside your cursor. Are we there?
It's not active in our. It's not active in.
Have you been able to select the element?
Yes, sir, but it's not active, sir.
So it is not active. You have to go and select. This
No, it is not
tab.
given the option to select. It is deactivated.
Yes, even in my case, it
Should
shows
not
green.
be. The moment you select any window from here, after you double click and that window gets updated, so all you need to do is click here and you should be able to see this window coming down. Anyone who is not here till now? Mhm.
I'm also not able to select it.
Same issue, sir, here also.
We can
Anyone who
Sir,
has
I've
been able to work it out?
So I've selected it and placed it, but I placed in the wrong position. So how to undo it, sir?
Close it.
Just hold on, please. I just had a power cut. Sumana
Yes, sir,
madam?
there are only few windows.
Yes, Professor Shannon.
Yes, madam, there is some power cut
I
issue here.
understand
I
that,
will
yeah.
just take a minute.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
sir.
it's okay.
I'll just take a minute. I'm
Weather is bad,
logging
I
on. My
understand. Here also.
Banaras, it happens on a regular basis actually.
Okay, you take your time.
Just hold on a minute, please, ma'am. Just log in.
Students, please stay, participants, please stay logged in. Okay, sir is joining. Vishwanath?
Yes, ma'am.
We can see that professor is logged in, isn't it?
Yes, he's logged in.
So
I think he's having some power cut issue.
okay.
Okay. Participants, what problem are you facing exactly? When you are clicking that select that window, what is actually happening?
The
You are not
window is
able to
getting selected,
select?
but is not inserted in the
Okay.
room.
Okay.
And the
What
Can
window
you
icons are much
please share
lesser.
your screen? Hello.
Hello?
Yeah, am I
Yeah.
audible, Krishna?
Yes.
Yes, you are.
Thank you, ma'am. Can you please share your screen if you can you do that, ma'am?
Yeah,
Let's
if,
try.
she has to request, I think then we can accept that.
Okay, I'm just telling you this, it's not required actually to share the screen. Actually, when you are clicking that select, it is getting selected, but when you are trying to place it, it's not getting placed. That's the problem you're facing, right?
Absolutely.
Yes, you can see on that top there is something written apertures, and below that is written position active building opening. On the just up of that, there's a column
It's
apertures.
It is unactive. We cannot click it.
Position active building opening is not written. It is active.
No, it's not.
It's not active.
Probably there might be some plugin because it's there in his and it's not there in our, and he has more option in type of active aperture than us. I think so.
Yes,
I
Yes,
have,
I am.
hello. I've been
Yes,
able to position the window, but it's in a wrong place.
yes, you can.
That we can
How can I
figure out
delete
how
it?
to bring it back.
Yes, yes. But are you getting that position active building opening? That option are you getting active or not?
Yes, I'm getting that.
So
But how to
anyone who
move
is,
the window?
you have to select and delete it and place it again. But that's the easiest way.
We can move it. We can move it, Vishwanath.
You can also move it. That's a you can also move it. But I'm doing it for the first time. That's why I just figured it out that it will be easy to just place it again. So if you have that position active building opening, you can click on that and only then you will be able to place it.
I've been able to delete it, but can't move the window.
So I tried to right click on the window and then I had few options, and with the help of that I tried to move it.
Yes, that may be possible.
Normally, it positions the window with respect to its center point. Okay, so many a time it so happens that it interferes with the left or right wall. So after you place it, we can always position it back.
Yes, on right clicking, you are getting that option. Yes, options are coming over move, rotate, and scale. So I believe that we can do that directly.
Have you uploaded the daylight system file? Because even yours is showing that it has to be uploaded, but in ours there is only one option which is activated, that is load daylight system file. Probably after that they can position the windows.
No, that is not necessary at the moment.
Because the option is not active at all. Or is there any plugin which we can use? I don't know why.
There is no plugin or anything. It is just that it comes with quite a few inbuilt options.
Yeah, even I don't have it. All my options over there are gray in color. They are not clickable. The last one.
I just start my camera and can you see the other screen? It's not active.
So what you do is, can you select the window once more? Yes, that window. Can you select it?
Selected, and but see the option is not there.
No, just try to do it once more, please.
If I take the round one, then also the option is not there. See, I've changed the window type.
Just double click on that plan, on that elevation.
Still nothing is happening.
Hello.
Hello. For
Were we
me,
supposed to load the AutoCAD that you had sent by any chance for it to appear?
no, not at present. Not at present.
Yeah, because even I don't have any of these options open. I mean, I cannot click them. I
So
changed
for
the
me,
view
only
also. I tried.
group
So even
window
that
it is activated.
maybe there's a glitch in the software. Maybe we'll have to reload it again.
I don't think so, because in by this other system, I have just loaded the software. I have just loaded the software 1 hour back. It normally doesn't show any issues.
Sorry.
How do it do it?
So just a query, Vishwanath, did you share the link which Dr. Shannal had shared for the Dialux installation?
Yes, yes. I have shared it.
It
to all
was the same link. It was the same
Okay.
link.
And I have downloaded it from the Dialux website. I think that is the same link, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah. I don't think the problem is there. I think there is some setting somewhere where you have to turn it on or turn it off. So that is doing the main issue. That I'm
Because
trying to
as you
find
can
out.
see, I can change the windows at any
Yes.
random, and they are all getting selected.
Yes, windows are getting selected quite easily.
They are all getting selected and placed. Anyone at random, anything I select, it directly gets selected and it keeps on placing. I have got too many windows now.
So what about others facing problem? Others are okay? We have around 30 participants. I am finding 2 of them having the problem, Parampreet and maybe Mr. Jadhav.
I also have problem, madam.
Anyone
Okay.
who is having problem, can you please just raise your hands? And just I'd like to see how many.
Yeah, how many of you? Then we can plan something differently. I was just
Yeah, that would be great, madam.
without losing the time. But so 4 of them are having problem. Others are carrying on. Others, please, I'm just switching off the hands. Those who are okay, comfortable with everything. So for 4, we cannot stop it. For others, what is the response? Amala, Arshia.
Oh, no problem. I will be able to do it.
Okay, Aishwarya.
Yes, ma'am,
All
no
of you have
problem.
logged in from 2 systems. So I think Indra Kumar, Mr. Indra Kumar, Ishti, ISHTI, having no problem?
No, ma'am.
Okay, came and Mr.
If you
Afiza.
don't mind, sorry,
Yeah.
madam. If
Yeah.
you don't mind, can you just restart the software? Those who are having issues, can you just restart the software and again go ahead with the same steps and go to the third option?
Yeah, we can give 5-10 minutes time for that. So
Just
if only 4
quickly.
people, if they are having a problem, then we must give a little time to that. As suggested, they may again restart.
I think that way it may.
What do you say? What do you
working
say? Yeah, Dr. Shannal.
Yes, it may
So
work
Shannal,
out
if
then.
you think, yeah, please, 4 of you, please restart. I don't see many in the list because they have joined from 2 systems.
It worked. It worked. It worked.
It worked. Very good. Very good.
Maybe it
Others,
was a
please
small
try.
bug or something. First
Yeah.
time running, so.
So Parampreet, you solved.
Yeah, it is working, ma'am.
Mr.
Okay.
Okay, so see, it's, I think all of you please try your luck.
Okay, maybe it's just a small bug which would be resolved in the next year. Mr. Jadhav?
Yes, I managed it. Yes, I
Yeah.
restarted the software and it is now working. Thank you.
So
Okay,
now,
so please carry on.
yeah. So now I'll just look into this. So I have placed the windows. Okay. Now we will place also a door. And yes, you're right. Different systems have different amounts of these doors and windows activated. That depends on the system. But yes, we'll figure out and we'll see wherein they have kept their large database and which we can try to import, like tables, chairs, and all. Okay, so this system has rather few elements present. So just press a door here at the corner. Now, after you have done, press escape. Just select the item that you have placed, and here you have move, rotate, scale. So we'll just move the option. We'll move the element to our desired position. Now we are just checking out how it is going to work. So we'll just, so while moving, what you can do is after you select the object, go to this move, rotate and scale. Can you see those after these objects have been placed? We should be at the story level or at the room level. Room level may the walls just vanish. So we'll be at the story level. And are we there? Friends, are we there?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Mr. Jadhav, if there is no issue, can you please put down the hand? That would be great. Okay.
Yes, sorry. Yes.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay, sir. So what we do is it can move according to your wish. So it shows the coordinates for X and Y. And if you place it right in the center, so it will move in either direction. If you can see my cursor. So what we will do is we do not need to move it in the horizontal direction. We need to move it in the vertical direction. You can move it in the horizontal direction just to position it towards the inner side of the wall or the outer side of the wall. We'll just keep it where it is, right in the sort of in the center. Okay. Now I believe it's aligned with the lower one, and we can move it vertically, especially this window, if we select this coordinate. Okay. On the left side for these windows, you can see that the height is 1.5 meters, width is 1, frame width, and sill height is 0.8. Normally in our country, we keep the sill height as 0.9 meters. I hope it is not an issue. I have kept my camera off. Okay. Running short on my bandwidth at present. Okay. One more thing, to navigate on the user space, on the workspace, you can use all three options of your left cursor, right cursor, and the middle scroll and the scroll button. Okay, scroll button works as panning. Okay, if you press the scroll button, then you can pan across the area. Okay. Scrolling up and down actually helps you enlarge or reduce. The right click here, it doesn't work. But if you go to the 3D space, 3D view, your right click can actually make you go do a walkthrough. Okay. And the left click can help you rotate through the space area. Here you can see your windows that have been placed, and also you can see the door. Okay. So you have the door height, depth, and everything. I can increase the height of the door if I wish to. No. See. So I can increase the height of the door if I wish to. Okay, and I can customize. That's how we can customize each of these openings according to our needs. So sill height is already fixed. Let me change the width of this opening. The width of this opening is 1.5. I will make it say 1.2. Okay, but it is not fair to modify these elements individually. Fine. So now what we will do is we'll go back to our floor plan view. Are we here? All of us?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay.
Sir,
So
how
yes.
did you get the door, sir?
Door, again, you have to go here and you have all these options of doors and windows. Door standard. There are some options here.
It's not there for us. It's not there for us, sir.
The door is not there for you?
No.
Okay. Okay, what we will do is on this on these left icons, can you see from the top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11th icon, which is of a something of a table type of thing?
Yeah, table.
Yeah, beside that table, you can see this cube and stuff written. So what we do here is you can go to, you can press select here, objects, favorites, folder, and catalogs. So we'll open up this object catalog, which has been given by Dialux Evo. Double click and it will open the files. It will just take a few minutes to open. Are we here? Can you see this Dialux Evo screen? Can you see this Dialux Evo screen on your system?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So what do we see here? Just let me check. Do we have these doors and all with us?
Yeah.
It has got a huge model database. It has got a huge model database, including cots and beds and everything. Home furniture, sanitary, shop design, outdoor planning, street planning, additional. Hello.
Sir, I think in the aperture tab, we'll have to change the icons from large to small. So I changed it and I found the door.
Okay, probably nobody is using the right side scroll. Here you can do this large to small. This is what you're talking about?
Yes, sir. On the top right corner next to the search tab, we have those two buttons, right? So
Yeah, that icons and yeah, and also you can go to the lower level and you can make and manage.
After clicking on the catalogs, what we'll have to do to load it or something?
Yeah, you can load it. Not this, but here I do not see the doors actually. So probably the doors are not included, but gradually if you continue working, more things would be downloaded directly by Dialux. If at present doors are not there, let's just ignore it. It's not so much essential at the moment.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So otherwise here you have all the elements which you can place. So just for the moment, what we will do is we'll just take these home furnitures and I will consider bringing in, say, a table. This table, I do not see any coffee table. I see this thing with legs. Okay, apply. We'll place this individual object inside the space and here it is. So it's a table that I managed to bring in from the catalog. Just give me a minute, please. Have we managed to bring in any furniture and all?
Yes,
Have
sir.
we managed? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Huh? We got some furniture to be placed inside. We can again go. Yes.
How can we remove this text room 1?
You can go here to this display options. If you can see at this right side corner, can you see this one LCD screen that has been built?
Yes.
Show room designations. You can turn it off here.
Thank you.
Yeah, you got that. Okay. So since you brought us here in this LCD screen, it has got quite a few options to modify the workspace screen. Okay. So you can turn on the north direction. Say it has been, now it is showing the north. You can turn on the reference lines. You can show contours of manually created areas. We are not looking into that at present. Display calculation surfaces and points. Nothing has been marked here, so let's ignore that. Okay, show light distribution curves. Let us keep it on for the moment so that when we bring in the lights, we should be able to see them. Okay, show Leo arrangement. I need to check what that means. Show room designations. Now these room designations may look like they're interfering with the space, but they would be important at a later stage. Okay, show sky texture. Show false colors. We don't have any simulation that has been done yet. Show light visualization. We'll keep that on. And display energy consumption. Let's not look into that for the moment. So we have a 3D space created and we have placed a table inside. So let us just enter the room. Okay. This is how my room is. It looks like a table tennis table that has been placed in a very small room. Okay. Fine. So we can see the space from here. Fine.
Not been able to import the furniture, sir.
Okay. What we'll do is
after apply, the screen is not going away.
After
selecting the table and clicking apply, the screen is not going away from that main screen.
You
the
need
catalog
to
screen.
close that. You need to close that from the right side. There is one smaller.
Okay.
Otherwise, you can just hide it. You can minimize it. This is part of the Dialux thing. You can minimize that.
Okay.
So you have brought it. Now you go for place individual object. The room that I have created is not so big that I can bring in 2 tables. So I'm just bringing in 1. Or otherwise, if you are having an issue, we can remove it. We'll draw a rectangular arrangement or we'll draw a linear arrangement for the moment, wherein I can place one table and I will just a moment, draw linear arrangement, and here if you go down, number of objects, how you wish to place them. So I wish to place quite a few objects I'm able to manage. I wish to place 2 objects. 2 objects. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Sir, can you just explain how to move this table left or right or up or down?
Okay, you just select it. If this center part, you will see this plus and minus.
Yes, sir.
So holding that, you can move it according to your necessary direction.
So this plus minus is not coming.
After you select the tables, don't you see the plus minus?
No, sir.
No. Then go to this LCD screen. Show coordinate system. Are you out of this placing these elements?
I have placed my table, but I just want to bring in like you have placed your table, na? So similar position. When I select, this becomes blue, but I'm not getting this plus sign.
Around the center, do you not see this plus sign?
No, sir. Object is becoming blue and red, but
then you go to this move icon. Here you have this move icon, right? Which we use for the windows. You can use that. Does that work?
Yes. Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, so we have got furniture, we have got windows, we have got doors. Okay, what we will do next? Are we here? All of us?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay.
Sir, one more thing. Can we just copy this one object just beside it?
Of course, that can be done.
Okay.
When you go to move, here you have copy.
Yes.
Then you can paste at mouse position. It's quite a few tables in a single space. Okay, let us just move on, please. Okay, we will be able to make the models. Just you have to try your hands quite a few times. You just bring them to the center of the room, and now we have seen these doors. We are not talking about the facade elements at present. We'll look at draw rectangular space or circular space. So what we will do here is, what we can do here is we can create our own space, and we can try to do a calculation of that area. For example, I wish to have that these two left tables have what is the level of light that these two are having, and if I place a table maybe in future in this corner, what type of lighting would be there in this space. So I am not exactly dividing the space, but I am finding out a calculation area. Right. We'll do it calc, and the left one, this one is already room 1, and this one is calc 1. Have we been able to make this rectangular space?
So can you please start off from the beginning? This yellow one, where did you get the space from?
Okay. Where do I get it from? What you do is from the top, go to the 6th icon, wherein you can see these spaces.
Right.
Yeah. So now we go ahead and draw rectangular space. So we are drawing this rectangular space suggests about a calculations area. So we are not dividing the space, but we are creating calculation areas within the given location. Okay. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
So let me just say that I wouldn't actually need this small area. I will delete this small one. So just select it and press delete from the screen. If you wish to edit it, you can always add another point. Okay. So you can edit according to your requirement. But what I will do is I will try to select this calculation space 2. Okay. And I will change the height of this. Say I have two work planes in the same roof, one for in the same place, one for a taller person for whom the table is say 1.2 meters, and one for a shorter person whose work plane height is 0.8 meters. It can happen, right? And the other one, this yellow one, which is the overall encompassing thing, that is by default the calculation area, which is for room 1. Are you clear? We can bring in different room elements. For example, column. Of course, a column will interfere with the lighting of the space. So we can, I will for the time being ignore this. Okay. Any questions? We can bring in roof. We have got some options of a roof. Let us go in with a double pitched roof, and automatically the roof get placed after I select it from here. Okay, so this icon should get activated, automatically place roof.
So it's not getting activated.
It's can you just save the file first, please? The files that you have created, I just remind you to save the file.
Sir, is there an option for us to change the height of the roof?
Of course. Height of the roof or height of the room?
Height of the roof.
After you place it, then we'll look at it. After you place it, now here, after it has been placed, you can check on the left side. There's a height, length, and width, roof pitch. What angle would you suggest?
Okay, sir.
So here you can modify.
So it's starting from the ground, the roof.
Is it?
Yeah, in the 3D view.
That's very special roof. Roof structure. Position, it shows 0, right? So you need to change it so to 2.8 meters or however it is. Actually, it took the position by default at the lowermost level. I will make it at 2.5 meters and the pitch angle to 20 को 10 बना देते हैं. Okay, so at least now it has covered the roof.
So I am not able
Yes.
to place roof.
Okay. Okay. What do we do? I will just delete this roof. Okay, we already had a flat roof. So what we'll do is select the roof and are you not able to see this icon getting turned on?
Yes, sir. It's not getting activated.
It's not getting activated. It's not getting activated. That's why if you are not able to see it, just save it, save the file, close and come back to this place again.
So I have done that.
Then also it's not come up.
No, sir.
Are you at the story level? Here, are you at the story level or at the building level?
So story level. So now it's showing.
It might have been on a different thing. Okay, just check it. Now it should be visible. So see, the thing is the hierarchy has been placed in such a way that if you are in the site level or building level, you might not be able to see the roof so easily. If you are at the story level, you would be able to. Okay? Or at the room level. No, you should be at the story level. Let's try to just push up now because we need to import the actual file today and then tomorrow we can do the lighting work. Okay, so here we are. Now let us just insert ceiling into the room, but I don't think I have brought in a roof yet. I got the roof. Not big fan of pitched roof, so I'm keeping my roof flat. You can also go ahead and place ceiling, insert ceiling into the room. By default, I can bring in the ceiling here. Whatever is the room height, I can bring in ceiling automatically. Okay, without much of a variation. Since the spaces we created inside, they are activating the ceiling in such a way that you can see these small elements that have been created. So I doubt that they will be seen in our model, but we have the ceiling that has been created at a height of 2.470. We can just push it a little bit higher because the ceiling looks too low for us. So we'll go for 2.6 meters. So we've got a double level ceiling, and these differences have been created because of the area calculation areas that we had created on the floor plan. Okay, that is why these two have been created. Have we made the ceiling? Have we made the ceiling?
Made the ceiling, but I'm not getting the option of two rectangles. It's just one single ceiling that's been put.
Yeah, that's probably, did you create the calculation area on the ground level?
Yes, sir, I have made that.
Can we do that again, sir?
The ceiling?
No, the calculation area, sir.
Yeah, you can go to the calculation area, which will be the sixth icon on the left side from the top. What I will do is I will delete the areas that were already created. We'll draw rectangular space. Okay, I created this rectangular space, denoting the furnitures that I have placed. So we got the interior space, and then we'll go to this ceiling work. No suspended ceiling, so we'll insert ceiling into the area. Again, it creates the ceiling depending on how these spaces are. It might look that they are at the same level. If we go to our 3D view, I feel that we can see our ceiling. It has been divided into 2 layers, depending on that indoor area that I had created.
Yes, sir, got it.
I can see
So you can
two cubes, one inside the other.
Yeah, that is in transparent mode, right?
Right, right.
So now here you can see I removed that earlier ceiling. Ceiling actually reduces the height of the room, thereby your requirement of light can be controlled also. It has its other own values, but if you have a larger room and the window size is still the same, then of course you have a larger space to illuminate and your overall uniformity factor reduces, and therefore bringing in a ceiling has its own advantages. Okay, so what we do now is yahan tak everything is fine. So we can see the other options depending on our requirement, which we'll skip for the time being. We'll go to this light. At the top, we had been at the construction tab, right? We'll go to this light tab. Can you understand, please? Anyone can confirm?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So we'll go to lights. Okay, in these lights, what we'll do is we'll go from the top to the 6th thing, light scenes. 6th icon on the left side. Did you get it? Anyone can confirm? So,
Yes, sir.
Yes.
we got the light scene. So by default, a light scene 1 has been shown here. We'll rename it as daylight 1. Right. And here on the lower tab, if you guys can see here, there is no daylight. We'll make it, some daylight has to be there, so we'll make it clear sky. If you guys remember from Professor S.P. Bhattacharya's sir's lecture yesterday, daylight factor is calculated using which of these sky conditions?
Clear sky.
Yes.
Yes.
I think it's overcast. See, these are the 3 skies that are given. Our software Dialux here is a little bit generous. It does only this daylight factor calculation. It doesn't do any of those SDA or UDI calculations. Okay, now when we talk about our these calculations, daylight factor calculation, normally we go for the overcast sky, but here we'll take the clear sky. Here we'll take the clear sky, and it is taking up today's date. what we'll do is we'll give it some date, because to current date, if we try to take in our country, the biggest problem is the sun would be right on top of our head. So thoda sa problem hoga. So what we'll do is we'll take some time in October, 19th October. It's a good date. Not at 12 o'clock. We will change the time to 14. Okay, we include the direct sunlight. The location, it's somewhere in Europe by default. What we'll do is we'll change it. So for that, again, it directly jumps to this site option on the left. Here we'll change. Are we here?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So from this Ludenscheid, what we will do is let's come down to our country. I think New Delhi is listed here. It automatically takes 77 degrees north and latitude 28 degrees. Okay, the north alignment. Now the north alignment is something which we need to fix. For our purpose, let us change it to say 180 degrees. Okay, so that these windows are facing the south direction, and the time zone, India falls in the time zone of UTC plus 5.5 hours. Okay, this is what we take. And for our work, let us set it as default. We can change the name of the location manually if we wish to. There is something here as maintenance. Maintenance talks about whether it's fixed maintenance or detailed maintenance. Now, what is this maintenance? How frequently are your light fixtures and your windows and your space is going to be cleaned? So that is where this maintenance factor is. If you do not clean it on a regular basis, of course, it is going to get dusty, depending on where it is. So it is in a very highly traffic area, the chances of dust settling would be more. If it's in a dusty zone like Rajasthan, okay, dust settlement is going to be more. So how quickly it is going to be inspected? So you can give the detail. Let us keep it fixed at 0.8 for the time being. Okay, again, let us go to this calculation tab. Anyone facing any issues, please, Arshia, if there is any issue.
No, sir.
No? Okay.
Yeah.
Your hand was raised, so as with concern.
It was for earlier, sir.
Okay. So what we do is we have the daylight one. Now, let me just run this daylight simulation, our first simulation in Dialux. Okay, start calculation. It is running the calculation here. We are doing it with clear sky. We change the location to New Delhi. We are doing it for 19th October at 2 p.m.
So the daylight thing has disappeared.
Post. Okay, let's just finish it up. We created a daylight scene, right? What we have done is earlier there was no daylight. You have to select some clear sky or average sky.
Yes, sir, I did.
Anyone having issues, please, can you confirm?
How did you do the calculation? I did not, I mean, I've selected the city and time and date and everything.
You came down to this calculation thing again, the light part. We are in the construction tab at the moment when we were modifying the site alignment and all.
Right, yeah.
We came down to the light, and here what we did is we selected daylight 1 and entire process all light scenes. Just check here that we have all these options selected. Emergency light scene we are not going to look during our program today or tomorrow. Okay, we're looking at daylight 1, the one that we created for us. Okay, so here we are just going to do that daylight part here, and then entire project, all light scenes, it is going to analyze.
Clicking all lights, calculate all light scenes, but it's not doing anything.
Yes, sir, even myself. I clicked the calculate all light scenes, but
Yeah, it's not working, right? It's not working, sir.
Okay. It's not working. Has it worked for anyone else? Has it worked for anyone?
I had tried it, sir, but as I'm going inside, I'm finding some contour maps in the interior.
That you should find. And on the right side, can you see some values?
Yes, sir. The screen with the color bar
Okay.
below and working plane 1, calculation 2. I find that tab at the right side.
Okay, that means the calculation has been performed. It means I believe the calculation has been performed. It has not worked for quite a few people, it seems, quite a few persons, it seems. So why don't you create a new light scene for a room space? Can you see my icon? If you can just go back, create light scene for a room or space.
I got it, sir.
Now, from no light to make it clear, no daylight to make it clear sky, New Delhi has been automatically selected. Okay, and I hope now you're able to again start calculating. Can you?
I got contours within the workspace. The
You
room.
must be seeing those values also.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Anyone can confirm, anyone having issues till now? Please.
Yes, sir, it's not working for me, sir.
Yeah, me too.
So should we select calculate active light scene only or calculate all light scenes?
He said all light scenes.
Okay, thanks.
Sir, how do we go inside the room?
Click the room 1 tab on top next to building 1, story 1, room 1. You can click room 1 and then you'll go inside the room.
The calculations are done, but they're yellow lines, yellow spaces marked inside.
Yes, so where are we?
So how can we remove that contour plane from inside?
You don't want to see that. You just go to this right side beside that bell icon. The news thing, beside that there is the results overview.
Sir, after the screen, what we need to do means for analysis, I am double clicking, it's not working.
The analysis is not working.
Yeah.
Sir, Mine has been analyzed. I've been able to see
Yes.
inside.
Sir, I'm able to see a yellow plane that's there. How do I turn it off, or what do I do? It's not clean like how it's on your screen.
Oh.
It's yellow below the wherever I've placed the furnitures.
That yellow thing is the work plane. The analysis has been done at the work plane level.
Okay.
Okay, so that is the work plane level. I have given too many windows, so that is why maybe it is looking too clean. I have given 4 windows and a door.
Yeah, this is how it looks.
You can see those contour lines. These are known as the Isolux lines.
Okay.
Similar lux level lines. Are we there? I mean, anyone who has not got this yet?
Yes, I haven't got it yet, sir.
Yeah, I haven't got it. It's not calculating in my case. I
Yeah.
restarted the software also. It's still not doing it.
Okay.
Even
How
I
many
have
of
not
us are
got it.
stuck? How many are stuck? Can you please just raise the hands? We'll do a head count, please. Three, four members are having issues. Have you created a new light scene?
Yes, sir. Created.
Yes, I did.
Yes,
In
sir.
fact, mine is now working. I just clicked instead of clicking on the arrow next to that calculation tab. I clicked on the window itself where it said calculate something.
Okay,
Yeah, so now it has happened.
it has happened.
Yeah. Entire project, all light scenes, that I clicked on the text and then it happened. So maybe the rest of them can also try it, those who've not got it.
So, how many are still remaining? Excuse me. Mr. Jadhav, you're done? Ms. Pallavi Banerjee, Ms. Neha. Yeah. Ms. Neha.
Not yet done, sir.
Not yet done, sir.
Okay, what I would suggest is you guys please look into it once more and things would figure out. Okay. What I will do next is let us just go to the next tab. After this light scenes thing, let us go to this calculation objects. Okay, what we have here is the what values did we get? We got for this work plane 1, what is the light level, the average lux level. Here we are talking only about the natural light that has come in. The space 4, the one that we had created at a later time. So it is showing that it is over the target illuminance of 500 lux. The minimum, maximum, minima by maxima ratio is not so good. Maximum is 2823, minimum is 155 lux. Okay. So it is not that great of an output. But what it doesn't show, how much is the daylight factor? How much is the daylight factor? So what we do is I will go back to this calculation scene and I will
so not able to get that vertical panel on the side.
On the side, you
yes.
see this news icon, the bell icon on the extreme right, under login.
Right.
Uske bagal mein there is a PV cell type of thing that shows the results overview. Did you get it?
I'll just try it.
Yeah, please.
Sir, only one work plane is there.
Yeah, because maybe the other work plane is not there.
Okay, sir.
Okay, but at least you got one work plane and you got some results, right?
4564 lux.
Yeah, that's fine. It depends on how many windows and all you have given.
Right, right.
I'll delete this one and let me just check out on daylight 1 scene, but it doesn't show the daylight factor values. That is what I need to see. So I'll take this and I'll run this simulation again. The tick, I believe, is visible for most of us, right? That place for putting up a tick. Are we there? Did we do this calculation by turning on this tick? Hello?
Yes, sir.
It didn't change the values a lot. Yes, anyone?
So I'm just getting one value. You're getting so many of them. Maximum, minimum, and everything.
Oh.
I'm getting a window which says average, minimum, maximum, maximum, average, minimum, average, something like that.
No,
Yeah,
I'm just getting one.
Are you getting something similar to what is visible on my screen?
Yes, yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. I
So
opened
we are
the
there.
arrow. It's opened up, right?
Yeah. Okay. Probably
There's a small
it
arrow
is
the left, that
those
you have to
drop
click on that.
downs were not turned on.
Correct.
Yeah. So you need to turn on these drop downs. Okay. So it will show you for the spaces. Now, the biggest problem is I wanted to see the daylight factor. Where is the daylight factor? The daylight factor value, it should be in some sort of percentage, and that is not visible. The reason being, daylight factor, as I was telling you, it is calculated for an overcast sky. It is not calculated for a clear sky or average sky. It is calculated for an overcast sky. So we need to select this overcast sky and all the other values would be gone. What we'll do is we'll discard the results we'll run the simulation again, but we need to select overcast sky. See, daylight factor is a concept which came up probably in the 1960s, wherein they tried to discuss about the worst case scenario, and in that worst case scenario, how much light you get during the day. The worst case scenario in such a situation would be similar to, on an overcast day when light is minimal. Okay, or the sun is at an angle of 15 degrees above the horizon. So that is why probably there is a design sky value of 8,000 for our country. Yes?
Sir, I've got 3.0%.
Yes. You guys all, I hope, got this daylight factor value.
Yeah, I got 1.719.
That's rather poor. But
Yeah.
chalega. Okay, but you guys can now figure out what is the significance of this. More than that, when I select this daylight factor, you would be able to see that inside the space there is a bigger offset from in which the values are mentioned, right? It's not showing for the entire space. The reason being you're trying to see it at a distance from the perimeter of the room. And you're seeing 539 lux, which is really not that great. That is the average value. Okay, and let us go to the plan once. We are looking it in 3D for quite some time. We are seeing all the values together. Let us remove this hodgepodge. If you can see this eye here, just turn off and the area becomes a little bit more clear. What I will do is I will remove this eye for the space 4, and now I am looking at the values only for the work plane, which is typically at around 0.8 meters. That can be modified also as if I require, but you can see how the light plays around the room. Okay, are we here?
How did you get the plan?
How did we get to the plan view? We are in the 3D rendering. We went to the plan on the right. And I turned off most of the other values. I just wanted to see the illumination level in lux. Okay, I can turn this off and let me look at only the okay, I cannot turn this off. This by default would stay on. Why is it so? By default, it shows the work plane illuminance levels. Anyone would like to share?
Yeah, my work plane illuminance is very low.
We can change. We are getting a very low level. That's great. What we'll now need to do is bring in some artificial luminaires then. How do we do that? Is how do we do that is we go back to our light section. I believe many of us are in the calculation thing. Let us just go back to the light thing. Okay. And what I will do is go to these luminaires. Okay. We'll hide them at the moment. Okay. Now we'll import some luminaires. Can we do that?
So how did you hide it?
Again, go to beside this bell icon. Beside that, there is the results overview.
All right, thank you, sir.
Thank you. Got it? Okay. Don't press that news one. It will show the ads and all. So don't click on that bell icon. It's not YouTube. Okay. So where are we? We are at this time going to import some luminaires. So this is the Philips catalog which I had installed, which was recommended by us. Did you get that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So what we do is, since I haven't done anything in this system yet, so this is completely fresh. So double click on this Philips thing. Start double click, right click on this and start product catalog offline. So it will take a bit of time to start. Take a little bit of time to start, and yes, here we are. This is a simple interface. This is a photometric database.
Sir, excuse me.
Yes.
I don't have that start offline. I just have download product catalog.
Did you install this Philips thing?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What do we do? What do we do?
I have download product catalog.
You already downloaded the catalog, right? Have you installed it? It's a zip file. You have to unzip and install it from that setup.exe.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I have done that. Okay, I'll try it again.
Yeah, please do that. It should start. Anyone having issues with this Philips thing?
I'm also having, though I have unzipped the file earlier. I'm just trying it again.
Did you install it after unzipping?
Yes, sir. Setup exe.
Yes, yes, yes. Have you? So you might have installed it. Can you go and see this PCAT icon in your start manager? PCAT, Philips catalog.
Yes, sir.
So let us just go to that PCAT icon. If you are unable to access it directly, just go to this PCAT thing. I hope you are able to see this at least. Now, what we'll do is we'll just look at some of the fixtures. We'll go to family code and family name. I don't think that any one of us is aware of it now. So what we'll do is we'll go for luminaire category. And from this drop down, let me select. We have got quite a few options. It's an indoor space. So what we'll do is we'll go for some downlights. Okay, family name light source category. We'll see what type of light sources are there in case of their downlights. So it is saying that number of luminaires that they have are 2487 in downlights. So what we'll do is these are linear downlights. No, these are not linear. So that's the lumen output. We'll select something of LED module system flux of 2000 lumens. Okay, let me just select someone. These are the optic types and everything. And now we see the photometric data. Did you get this? Have you been managed to identify any luminaire?
Sir, I'm getting many options under housing, optic, and light source.
So select anyone, just select anyone. Any of those housing options.
So not able to access Philips.
The directly from outside, are you not able to the Philips catalog?
No, sir, I'm installing again. They're saying it's already installed and I've not been able to find it in the start.
Just do a search pcat.
Okay,
After
sir.
you press the start, just do a pcat search. It should come out. Or go to P and I think there should be Philips lighting and under that pcat. Okay, we'll do an export from here. For Dialux format and output directory. Since it is for those who are unable to access. It is for those who are unable to access the Philips catalog directly. So I selected one luminaire. I'm doing OK. I'm saving it to downloads here. Save. Hello. Am I audible?
Yes. Yes, you are.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So I exported that file from there and here I have got the ULD format. Okay, have we managed? Are we here? Are we on the same page now?
No, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
How many of you are unable to start the catalog from directly from Dialux? How many of you are unable to start it directly from Dialux? Yes, yes, Veena. Neha, Megha. Okay, so that makes around 3 or 4 who are unable to 3, 4, 5 persons. Normally it directly connects. I am unable to figure out why these issues are coming in. You should have installed.
When I click on setup, the message is coming, the product selector .msi not found.
Yeah, there has to be an MSI file also. Might be possibly your antivirus has deleted it.
When we are unzipping this has to be on this in the same folder where this software is.
Yes. No, not necessarily. Not necessarily. You can unzip it anywhere.
Because I unzip it at desktop. I mean, this.
So I'm trying to install again, then it's saying it's already installed and I'm not able to find it where it is installed.
How do I help you out? Should normally be visible. It should normally be visible. I think there are certain bugs in certain systems. I'm just going to do add here. And I see that Luminaire has been brought directly inside. It is not the only catalog. You can go ahead with selecting numerous brands actually. You can go here, brands, and you should be able to see. Can you, those of you who are unable to see after installing the file, can you just go to these brands?
We need to restart again the system and then it can work with the application. It
Okay,
is working. Once you install it and then you save it and then restart the application.
Dialux.
Yes.
Yeah, if it is Dialux is running and behind Dialux, if you try to install Philips catalog, it might not work. It might not work. Okay. So here I'm just showing you, go to these brands, lights, calculation object, export, documentation, and brands. Here you can see that there are numerous catalogs that can be purchased. Okay, there is something like gold membership and all. Okay, so these are like gold membership catalogs, so which are I think premier and okay. Alphabetically, let me just see. There is Philippi and etc. Is Arclius. We have used it before. Artemide. Yes, we have used it. Vega. I've heard the name before. Cooper Lighting is quite popular. They have almost all sort of fixtures. So you can download their product catalog. You can go ahead with their online product catalog also, where you can see their fixtures directly online. Let it take its own time. Delta, Deluxe. Orco is like one of the most premier lighting organizations, and their light fixtures are pretty costly and pretty good looking. Something which you get for $1,000 in your regular lighting brand, Arco will give you for 10,000 rupees, something like that. Okay, floss is another quite popular on Fagerhult. Yes. So you can see there's a huge number. But as a lighting designer, when you're working on a project, you should be careful to select depending on the price and depending on the availability. If it's not available or manufactured in India, it would take quite a bit of time to be purchased, and by the time the project duration might be over. Like Thorn Lighting is an Indian brand. If I know it right, it's an Indian brand and it produces a lot of light fixtures and which are used by almost everyone. It's an Indian brand or something, but it's not that costly. Thorn Lighting. Sylvania also we just saw it was earlier, partnering with Lakshman Sylvania. Okay, Sylvania is another popular brand. Okay, so can you see here that Philips icon if you have installed it? Yes, Miss Sona M. Okay, so we'll just try to, we are almost running out of time here. Bishnath, can we extend if the participants allow?
Yes, I don't think there's a problem. We can extend for.
Yes, I'm Professor Sharma.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Okay. I'll just take another 5-10 minutes.
No problem.
Thank you, Vishwanath. Thank you, ma'am. So where were we? We brought in the light fixture and we'll try to place it. Can you do that? Can you do that, friends? What we do is, this is already selected. We'll place individual luminaire, or we'll place it along a line. We'll place one here. And this is not working because it is working in a different way. What I will do here. Okay, one more thing you need to check here. The luminaire luminous flux is 3600 lumens. So light output ratio is 100%. The connected load is 29 watt, and 3600 by 29 should give you 124 lumens per watt. That is quite decent output. It's really good. And it shows you the 4000 Kelvin as the color temperature, which is good enough for office space, not exactly good enough for a residential space or for a hotel lobby as such. Okay. Okay. So are we clear till now? Any questions from our audience?
Photometric data are based upon the products that we had chosen from the catalog, right?
Right. This photometric data is the third thing, the company, the screenshot of that luminaire, and the photometric data. Okay, so we'll do a place, draw a line arrangement. Okay, we'll place number of luminaires as 2. So place 2 luminaires here. Results will become invalid. Yes, continue. Okay. Since I selected on this LCD screen to see the light distribution curves, you can see the light distribution. Automatically, these fixtures were fixed within the ceiling itself. So that is how intuitive Dialux is with its own, with these other brand elements. It works very well for almost all the catalogs that we have just seen or which we could just identify. It works very well with them. Just on the sidelines, we opened this Cooper lighting and it has opened. If I want to bring in this fixture, this is a linear fixture, which I don't think would be so much necessary for us, but let me just select any one out of these. We would not use it in our project. And let's select a downlight. Okay, mounting type, we will go for surface mounted on ceiling or recessed in ceiling. Okay, Metalux brand and whatever. So we got something here, and directly if we try to push it into Dialux, let's see if it works out. So this DX will directly push me into open link, and it has already come into Dialux directly. Didn't create any questions. We are not using this one at the moment. We are having two light fixtures that have been used, two of this Philips RC132V has been placed in the space already. So when you select these light fixtures, you can see how the light output is. Okay. So this is the photometric thing we are looking at. It gives you the entire 360-degree light output and how it is. Okay, if you are a little bit playful, after you have placed the lights, you can always go and change the light source, which I wouldn't recommend exactly. But as a researcher, you can try and do it. It has got a CCT of 4000 Kelvin. You can try changing it, though exactly not advisable. Color rendition index, a color rendering index, CRI of 80, that is quite great. Okay, if you wish to change the colorimetric data, that which wavelengths are rendered well and which are not, that also you can try. Okay, so what we'll do again is we'll run the calculations for these values. Okay. Now this daylight one scene, which I had just renamed on my own, it is actually taking in these two luminaires. That is why it is showing 2 by 2. Two luminaires I had placed in the space, and those two have been considered. Okay, so I would change this name not to daylight one. I would rather make it lighting scene. Whereas the daylight thing is in the 0 by 1 thing, light scene for daylight factor. It cannot be removed or anything. It is automatically there. It has taken up overcast sky conditions. Okay. And this light scene is considering both it is considering if I wish to do it without daylight, I can do it without daylight and run the scenario. But actually I want to do the daylight thing. So let it be here and I do this tick and let it run its course for a moment. And let's see what type of results do we get.
Sir, is it normal if the point source and the ceiling glitch together?
Sorry. Could you please repeat?
Is it normal when we are orbiting the 3D model, the light source, that's the Philips lighting fixtures that we fixed, and the ceiling, both of them glitch together, as in like they merged in?
The ceiling, then there could be an issue that the ceiling has been raised too high from the floor level. You need to check it once more.
Okay, sir.
You just need to check when we are preparing the ceiling. It may have happened that the ceiling went a little too high. You can go to the construction tab and you can go down to the ceiling option. The ceiling may be the distance of shell floor. It has actually touched the roof.
I'm not able to see the active ceiling option. It's only information and no suspended ceiling attached.
Can you just select the ceiling that you have created? No?
Yes, sir. I got it.
If you select it, then you would be able to see the distance of shell floor.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Got it?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Something has happened. So are you getting the results? Have you managed to fix up the light fixtures in the ceiling? Anyone who has not been able to? Anyone who has not been able to? You can see these light fixtures have been attached and there is some sort of lighting. What I will just try to do is do an analysis of this scene without the natural light and everything. So you're now seeing 270 lux. You're seeing a minimum by average ratio of pretty good of 0.25, which earlier was a little bit lower. Okay. That is the best part about artificial lighting, that you can control the amount of light that you wish to have. You can create a good balance. Natural light doesn't give the good amount of balance, but it does create good ambience. So have you managed to fix lights and run a simulation with artificial lights?
Yes, sir.
How many
Yes,
of
sir.
us have not been able to?
So I have not been able to because no electricity for last 20 minutes.
Running the lights on power, we are doing a simulation. Anyone else who has, just try it afterwards.
Right.
Okay. And we can have a look at it tomorrow. Okay.
Hello, sir, are you going to provide a recording for this workshop?
I
Yes.
hope. I mean,
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Then we can practice, I think.
Yes, then we can practice
Once
it,
we
right?
end the session, the recording will be sent to you by Vishwanath or Dipali.
Okay, okay,
yeah.
fine.
Okay.
Which I put in by default it will
Hello. Yeah, any other issues?
No.
Hello, yes, Ms. Veena.
Sir, the lighting which we put in, the artificial lights, is it like default it has certain height fixed or it will fix to the ceiling height?
It will fix to the ceiling height by default. If it's a wall mounted fixture, it will fix with the wall. So by default.
Okay.
And then
Because
probably you can change. Yes.
because in mine the lights are going above the ceiling partially.
Oh, so anyways, you select those light fixtures and let's just scroll down. Here you can change the position.
I have to.
You can do it manually also. Generally, it attaches automatically to its designated surface. Generally, it attaches.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so here we can see very neat, symmetrical, balanced Isolux lines. Can we? You can save this image. Let me see if I can save it. We got our output from Dialux and which we can do a control C and control V in our report to say that this is what it is. Otherwise, are you guys with me? This is last few moments. I'm just showing you how to document here. So go to, we have done the calculation objects. We haven't exactly touched too much in the calculation objects. We'll be touching it tomorrow. So you go to this export. Okay. Just a moment, if you want to touch this calculation objects, what we will do is just we'll go to our 3D view for just a moment and place, check the results on a surface. For example, I want to see the results on this surface. So see directly without running the simulation again, it shows me the results on this surface or on this surface. Okay. Or let me see if I can see it on top of this table. You can see the false colors and results on a surface. Let me see if I can get the results on the surface of this table. Yes, it does show me the results on the surface of this table. So if, for example, I have a vertical element like a drawing, like a study, क्या बोलते हैं, whiteboard or a blackboard, I want to see the light levels on that, whether it is sufficient or not. I can probably do that. Or if I wish to see the light levels on, say, in case of a library, on my bookshelf. Okay, so depending on that, I can check the illuminance levels, and that is the best part here, if you can understand me. So here it shows the light levels on the top of this table. Are we here? Hello.
So these are showing the illuminance level.
The illuminance levels, yes. in lumens per meter square or lux on any surface that you wish to take up. Or you wish to place a calculation object, that is also possible. No, we are not going to do that. Okay. So here, let us go to this export tab. You can save image, save the viewport that we have generated. Rather, too much information is placed here. So to reduce this information, what we do is we select the LCD screen again and we turn it off from here. Okay. There is too much information that was coming out. Let me go to this LCD and one more thing which I was trying to say here is this is on the floor level actually. This is the light levels on the floor. What we can do is we can export, we can do some ray trace images development. Okay, but for the time being, let us just move on to the documentation. So Dialux gives us this option of documenting our results also. What it can do is you select which elements need to come out of your work and that will be brought in. So this is the cut sheet detail of this Philips luminaire that we have used. That is the luminaire list. It will tell us how many luminaires have been used of this Philips brand, the lighting scene. This is at the building level, the story level, and in this room 1, how many lights have been used. Okay. So this purple one is the work plane 1. So on this work plane 1, it is telling us calculation objects. Okay, this space 4 which we had generated in between. So it says that in that space 4, how much is the light level? Okay, and all this see the show the entire document is a 28-page document that it will help in exporting in PDF. If anyone is stuck anywhere, please you can raise the questions that you have. This report and I can save as PDF all pages. Okay, I can give a good image resolution, image quality I will give 100%. The project 0 report. This is the Project Zero report that we just generated. So it talks about quite a few things. The top view it has generated on its own. The other observations that we're looking at, this is the cut sheet for the Luminaire. Okay.
So how do I export all the pages?
What you do is show entire documentation. Show entire documentation. It will show you everything and then save as PDF. Did you get this?
Yes, sir. Then when I'm saving, I'm getting only the current page that I am in.
You have to, you are actually, I think, in just one page. You should go to export page selection. No. Show entire document.
Got it, sir.
Got it. And then save as or print, whatever way you wish to. Save as is better. Dialux has its own PDF creator. Okay. Any questions? Where did we miss anything anywhere? Attendees? So today's exercise that we have done, please try to save that PDF so that we can have a look at what we learned, and probably we can float for the assignment. Vishwanath, when have we planned for taking the assignments, today or tomorrow?
Yes, I've created a form, so you have to set the problem, and based on that, the form will collect the answers. So
Okay.
I decided to just post it today, but since the problem I don't think has been set yet.
Yeah, there is no separate problem. I think we can look at, Shumana madam, can we look at the output that they are creating?
Yes, actually so. What we do usually is they will work on this and they will upload this one. Whatever PDF they are saving as you have instructed, they will complete it and then will save it and upload it. Can they go back to the file again and work?
Of course, I mean, of course they
So
can.
they can actually once, maybe even if they have followed your instruction and saved it, end of the day
they can have their own layout, whatever they like. They can choose their own lighting, and they can propose a report, whatever.
Yeah, that's better, I think, to know at least where we are.
And finally, they can submit the PDF that is generated.
Yes, actually, if you make that as an announcement, Professor Shannal, so they will be completing it, and you give a time, maybe tomorrow by 12 evening, 12 night, midnight. They will upload today's whatever work was given. Is it like that?
Yeah,
and
I think
tomorrow
actually.
Whatever they learn, they will learn.
Yeah, madam, what I was thinking is today we have given them something and they have practiced, and tomorrow again we'll be working on importing a CAD file directly. So there will be two reports. So we can take the collection of those two reports.
Then today night itself they can submit today's assignment by doing a further work, whoever is behind. And tomorrow
they can submit both of the report by tomorrow night.
Yeah.
That would be better, I think.
Yes.
2 reports we can collect by tomorrow night.
Yes. First report is by choosing their own design, and second report is by that particular CAD file.
CAD file which we'll be working on tomorrow.
Yes.
So what do you mean by their design? Means whatever they have done now. Whatever
yes,
they
yes,
have
today's
done
work.
now.
Today's
Isn't
whatever
it placing 4 tables and
whatever size of windows they have selected, whatever luminaires they have selected, according to.
Okay. Okay, so participants, I hope you it was clear to you. So by tomorrow midnight, we are expecting today's file on which you have worked, expected complete. And again tomorrow, whatever you will be working, you will be uploading. Through the Google Sheet, I think Vishwanath has.
Yes, I will share that assignment sheet. So you submit both of them together tomorrow night. Today you just save it on your computer, and tomorrow night before 11:59 you attach both of them and then submit to the Google form.
Okay, thank you, Professor Shandan.
Thank you.
If there are any questions from the participant side, you can please ask. Otherwise, we will close the session, close the day 2, and we look forward for the last day tomorrow. We will start at 10. The first half will be on acoustics. Myself and Professor Bhattacharya will deliver 2 lectures, and the second half will be the workshop, continued by Professor Sandan, with the valedictory at the end.
Any questions from our audience? Any questions, friends? Mr. Randeep, Ms. Sneha. If there are none, then we can call
I
it
think
a day.
we can. Yes, yes. Thank you. Thank you, Professor
There is
Shandan.
one.
Thank you all.
There's one. Yeah. So save the file of today and please export the observations of today and keep it in a PDF so that you can take it as a submission tomorrow, which Mr. Vishwanath will forward. Okay then. Thank you then.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you,
sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. Thank you for joining today. Thank you.